What's up, fellow classers? It's Apollyon here, and I am going to bring you, or am bringing you, the latest OP, super OP strategy for Town Hall 9. Hey, it's new to me. It's a variation on some of the other attacks that you might have seen. Seen the Octoquake Witch attack, seen the Avalanche. Well, this is kind of a merger of both, and yeah, you guessed it, it is a ground attack. So again, ground attacks are super powerful at Town Hall 9, just like air is. And to be honest with you, we're going to run through the base on how to hit what you're looking for and what you're going to do. But you know, it's like I said, it's a variation of some of those other attacks. Look at this, the basic composition. You can obviously mix and match troops as you see fit according to the specifics of the base that you're attacking. But the core of the attack is going to be 3 golems, 8 witches, and then the Valkyries there to help with clan castle kill or funneling. The wizards are there for also funneling slash the clan castle kill to push through the core. And then you have wall breakers if the base needs it. Again, you're going to be able to scout a base and see that kind of stuff. Spell composition, 3 jumps. So it's kind of like the Avalanche where you're getting all those golems in there and throwing them all around the base and punching them where you need to go and directing them and holding their hand. And then 1 rage. And I'm finding that you can almost vary the rage with the heal if you need to. 2 poisons for the clan castle. So we're going to watch Canadian A go ahead and hit at least 3 bases, maybe 4 or 5 with this particular attack, and just see different variations of bases and how you can go ahead and do it. We're going to name this attack, and I'll give credit to my boy Canadian here, BeWitched. So that's what we're going to call this attack strategy, as if there were not enough already. So let's go ahead and jump in to this attack and go over what we're looking for here. Okay, so what are you looking for when you're going to use this Bewitch attack? Well, honestly, it fits just about any base design as we're going to show you. You're looking basically, pretty simply, just to go ahead and take out as many mortars and whiz towers as you can on entry and push the golems first through the base with your 3 jumps, kind of hold their hand and direct them the way you want them to go through the core, so they're always continually leading that kill squad and tanking for them. One thing I forgot to mention is in the clan castle are bowlers, and bowlers are pretty instrumental for this attack, as well as they always are, because they're going to get a lot of those buildings or those defenses on the outer ring of the bases that the either sometimes witches could, but the golems can't get to, and might get stuck on the wall there. But the bowlers, the queen, and the witches will all be able to help out to get all those kind of defenses that are lingering on the sides. So we're gonna go watch Canadian hit this base, and again, just you're going to use a stone entry, which is 3 golems, and he's going to get a nice spread here. The wall breakers are actually going to fail, but we're going to go ahead and check it out as he gets this spread. Another cool thing about this attack is it's very, very forgiving, kind of like the HPHB or the HGHB, where, you know, if some of the troops walk or whatever happens, you're still going to get some benefit, as you will see that this giant is going to, or I'm sorry, the golem on the bottom is going to basically walk around, but they're going to take care of the clan castle and everything else. He does throw those wall breakers in there. They get killed to the giant bomb at 7 o'clock, so he ends up dropping the jump. But with that golem going and walking all the way at the 6 o'clock around, these witches will still get a little bit of value to be able to funnel and take care of some of those buildings. So he's got the funneling going up there on top, using the archers to swipe those builder huts, and now the bowlers decide that they're going to go ahead and walk, or at least one or a couple of them with the witches. Again, not the biggest deal, because he's got all of the other 2 golems pushing through the core here with that king and queen behind them. These bowlers are going to go ahead and semi-tank for the witches, as they'll take up these Teslas that pop on the outside. The other witches, the other bowlers and queen, go ahead and meet up with those at the 10 o'clock outside compartment. But we've got that strong core of golems, king with ability going through the base, and they finally make it through. The king is going to go ahead and end his journey at this point. But we've got Queen and bowlers pushing through this base, breaking through that wall. They're going to go ahead and take out this wizard tower. And now it's just about time to go ahead and clean up the rest of those couple of defenses. We've got 2 3-point defenses and 1 splash damage. Now, the splash damage is actually the one that does the most damage to those witch troops, those Larrys, those little skeletons. The point defenses are the worst for the witches themselves. But mortars and whiz towers take out those skeletons in 1 hit. So that's the only problem there. The cool thing about this is he still has the queen ability. So he's going to be able to help with that, with those bowlers tanking, no longer tanking, but he's going to be able to pop that ability and go ahead and take out these last little bit of defenses with those Larrys also helping tanking and stuff like that. So we're going to go ahead and get the 3-star there. So that is one of those weird. I wanted to show a base that was not symmetrical-ish type of, where it's not easy to kind of like a dragon flower design where the funnel is not simple. You spread your golems really wide. Let's go ahead and check out a couple more different designs and see if they can be 3-starred with this particular attack. The next base we're going to look at here, going using that BeWitched attack. Now, you're going to see a different design. It's almost like a more square, very compactish base, a little different from the last one that we saw. So can you hit compact bases with this attack? The answer is yes, you can. He's already dropped the witch here up top, so we'll go ahead and get started. And we'll check out how he does this attack. So he's using 2 of those witches to go ahead and do the funneling, get rid of those builder huts, and they're just going to progress down there. Got a huge wide spread of golems all the way across from 12 o'clock down to 3 o'clock. Those golems are tanking for those Teslas and wizard towers. Valkyrie's thrown in there just to go ahead and take out that Tesla farm. And the other golem is going to go ahead and help take out that wizard tower farm up there. And then we've got our other golem going in at the 2 o'clock. Wall breakers break in, trip that clan castle of dragons, Valk, archers, and wizard. And then we've got the rest of the funnel going in. Bowlers, queen, all get the memo. They're taking the walk into the base. Drops the second heal. Again, look at where that heal is. It's not connecting too much of the base. It's just pushing them through where he wants them to go. And he finally drops that third jump to go ahead and push them through the rest of the base that he needs to get through. Still got golemites on the bottom of those golems that walked. Tons of witches that are taking care of those storage units. Larrys and golemites are tanking those archer towers and the other point defenses. So that's just basically overwhelming it. We've got the queen. The king finally goes down. The queen still is just about full and with ability. So she's going to be able to pop that ability. And I believe she might go down here. Let's see where she breaks into. Okay, so she is out of that range, but she's going to almost walk into a giant bomb. But we still have the witches doing their thing. I think we still got 5 witches up, which equals, was it like 50 Larrys or something like that? I don't know if they do 8 or 10. I forget. As a level 2 witch. I probably wouldn't suggest doing this attack with level 1 witches. It does make a difference with the number of eyes. I mean, look at that cannon. The cannon does not know what to shoot. It is just basically overrun by tons of skellies, and that is the end of this base. Let's go ahead and take a look at another one. So we decided to let my bases take a little tiny reprieve on this one, and we're going to watch Megan Fury's base get hit with a pretty cool open core design. So it's a little bit different. Again, just different style of bases using that golem, and it's also cool because we get a chance to see a lava hound, how we deal with the lava hound in the clan castle instead of baby dragons or dragon or whatever else like that. So I think a golem would be pretty tough in this clan castle scenario. It would explode a lot of that core, and since there's no heals, that probably wouldn't be the best thing for the bowlers. So that's probably the best clan castle to use if you know you're going to get hit by this specific attack. So the lava hound pops. He's got the bowlers walking in. The queen is doing a little bit of cleanup of those pups and basically breadcrumbing her way into the base. Already has dropped 2 jumps and then raises up that core there to push them through the base, get them to all these defenses, especially wants to get rid of these wizard towers to make sure that they don't take out a lot of the skellies. And then he's going to go ahead and just face plant right into a giant bomb with those bowlers, unfortunately. And it's still good. They're still going to go ahead and take care of that enemy queen, get rid of her. Tons of bombs going off here in the core, but it's still fine. We've got two bowlers up. We've got a king that just used the ability. We've got the queen that's already used their ability, but she is basically tanking for these witches. And then just take care of that last cannon there. And now we're going to go ahead and watch down as the rest of the cleanup here. So, these are real clan castles, really difficult bases, and to Canadians, I guess, just in his defense, he's really only scouting these bases in about 30 seconds. So obviously he's, crushing these bases with a 30-second look over. If he actually had hours to plan, or even minutes or half an hour to plan, he would probably pick a different angle or a different style, or maybe swap a few troops front. Now you can see that he's lost that Valkyrie and brought two wizards instead. I think probably because of maybe the Hound. He knows the Valkyrie's not going to help him with the Hound at all. So he makes the adjustments there, and it helps out a lot. So let's go ahead and check out one more, and then we will call it quits. So what we're going to do here is we are going to see him live in action here. A live attack, attacking my base under friendly challenge. So again, we mentioned that, he's going to be able to scout these bases for, 30 seconds or so and go ahead and get that attack in. So he's coming in to take out those Teslas, take out those wizard towers and those mortars that are on the top, and push his way through the bases. Already dropped one jump, and those wall breakers have gone in to help them push through this core. Really good job funneling. Doesn't need to get all those golems in up front, because that one golem is going to be able to help tank, and the other ones will catch up. But what he does need to do is get that funnel, which he's done, to push those bowlers, the king, the queen, and those witches through this core. And he's going to go ahead and rage them up to take care of some of those outside buildings, take care of this clan castle, and take care of that enemy queen, which they do in like 5 seconds. Still has his queen ability with full health, and that king is kind of burning through. Drops that last jump to help them get through this base and get out the other side if necessary. Does have a golemite that's walking down the side of the base that's going to go ahead and start helping tanking a little bit with these witches and bowlers there. And then we still have a king that's up. So we got a bowler that's flying, and look at that. Even with bases with giant bombs on the outside that do take out some of those troops, it's just, this is what's up. They still keep on ticking. Like cockroaches. You kill one and 5 million of them come back. So, but just keep in mind, Larry's, I don't believe, trip giant bombs. It's unfortunately that the bowlers and witches will, but skellies won't. This looks pretty crushed to me. We've got a queen that's got full health and ability, and we've got one lonely point defense that does not know where to shoot. It's looking at all the Larrys, and that's about it for this base. One last note, I don't know if I mentioned it before, just check a look at the time. I mean, this is not like one of those, avalanche or go wipe attacks that it's 2 minutes and 56 seconds or 59 seconds that you're beating the buzzer. This thing was done in almost 2 minutes. It's a quick attack. Those skellies, everything gets through the base, especially with that rage, and really rips through it. So it's not going to cost you when it comes to that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Go ahead and get used to this composition. Play with the troops here and there and whatever's going to fit that base. You've got to go ahead and you've got to get used to the timing. You got to get used to those jumps. Put those jumps that's going to go ahead and get you through the core of the base and direct them so all your troops don't go separate ways. Kind of keep them funneled in the corridors to make sure that you know where they're going to go next, and if possible, try to get them to jump outside of the base use that last jump to get them outside of the base to go ahead and clean the rest of it, because there are no uh, hogs or baby dragons or loons to go ahead and pick up those outside defenses. Very, very powerful attack. Love to watch it. Love the innovation. I mean, it's just really cool. Maybe you guys will take this attack and tweak it a little bit and come up with a different spell composition. Use heal instead of rage, or 4 jumps, and find even more success. That's what the cool thing about these type of attacks are. So again, appreciate everybody subscribing, watching. If you haven't subscribed already, would appreciate it if you did. If you haven't shared these attacks with your clan members, go ahead. You guys enjoy them, you benefit. I'm sure your clan members will as well. And go ahead and like it if you enjoyed this video. Let me know, what kind of troop compositions you all are messing with. Maybe there's an attack that I haven't really covered yet, or we haven't really seen that much, and maybe it's a super powerful attack as well. So go ahead, use this BeWitched attack to get those 6-star clan wars and practice those 3-star attacks.